Hello everyone, this is Lifelight Wisdom. Welcome back to the channel. The format of this will be what's the overall situation, how do they feel about you, what are their steps towards you, and what's the outcome for them in this situation, and then how are you feeling about them, and what are your steps towards them, and what is the outcome for you, and what is the overall advice in this situation. Okay, overall situation. Four of Wands, King of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles here shows a very slow moving knight. So when it comes to love, situation has been very slow moving. There has not been a lot of progress when it comes to this relationship, to this connection. However, I would like to say as well that this other person, the male counterpart here, the masculine energy here, is being very King of Wands. And what we mean by being very King of Wands is they are in that energy of being very passionate, very reliant on the passion or foregone passion in this connection. This might have been a connection that has very strong potential. But I'm seeing here that there is a lot of walking away going on, moving a lot to calmer waters. And now you have 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. This is definitely a love connection. I'm picking up on a love connection that had the potential to go beyond the distance, to go towards marriage. However, this was not working in a way that you thought it would be. And because it was slow, it's slow here, but it's so contrasting as well to see the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Wands here together, and then just blue like a cold night, and then a very warm energy right here. Okay, let's see. Queen of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, much clearer now. This King of Wands has a lot more things to offer in terms of material things. They judged this connection more on what they can provide for you. But the thing is, you are the Queen of Wands yourself, and you also within yourself have that passion, you have the action. But I would dare to say that you have more emotional maturity than this person right here. You are supposed to be a very good match for each other because you are the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands. However, that's the Knight of Pentacles is the most slow moving knight. Slowly but surely is his game. And so I think with the overall situation here, with the overall energy, both of you were trying to make sure that this connection was the real thing for the both of you. Let's see. This reading is timeless, by the way. I intend for this reading to be timeless, and you will find this reading when you need to find it. Okay, Seven of Wands. But for some reason, there's a conflict because you have the Six of Swords here. You had to move to safer waters, and this was a lot of passion, but this can also be aggressiveness with the King of Wands here. And there wasn't a balance anymore. The thing is, this feminine right here is just so sure, is very much sure about her own capabilities, about her own talents, about what she can do, about what she can bring to the table. She is fine being on her own as an independent woman because, you know, this is not just material wealth for her. This is also emotional wealth and intelligence. And she has the calmness to be assertive, not in an aggressive way, but assertive quietly. She's just doing her thing, doing her work, and it blooms. However, here on this other side, it's just like offering a little bit of this, and it's slow. And I always see the Knights as that exuberant energy in the deck, but for this particular energy, what I'm seeing here is it doesn't match. This is the contrasting energy. It's all more passion as opposed to offering you just a tiny bit, just for you to be hooked in. And I think that was what is causing the imbalance, because you know that there was the potential here to be together, to have the Four of Wands, to have a long-term commitment, but it was like fighting. It's just like fighting waves. And when I saw this, I don't know if they are waves, but I think they are mountains. But it's just like fighting against currents that both of you cannot master or cannot navigate through. Because I'm nosy, let's see what you have been actually fighting about. What are they fighting about? Let's please clarify. What have they been? What is all this energy, please? Thank you. Oops. Okay, Nine of Swords in reverse. Okay. And Three of Cups. Okay. Nine of Swords in reverse. Nine of Swords is, of course, anxiety, overthinking, and then taking time for yourself. I think the timing here was very much off for the both of you. It's more like when one wants to rest, one wants to kind of live it up, have a party, enjoy things. And that has caused a serious imbalance in the relationship. And then when one wants to put more effort into the relationship, the other wants to rest. And so no talking is going to be done. Now, there's also, I think, a little bit of an issue with the circle of friends. Not necessarily the fact that you have a third party, or how do you say this? It's more being guarded, because this is isolation and then this is being social, right? This speaks to somehow being infirmed, enclosed in a certain space. Just the final, because this is getting long, the Emperor. The controlling part. There is that sense of trying to control. Now, this is a lady, now that I see it. Upright, it is a lady. There is that Emperor here, who, well, this King of Wands, I'm betting, who has been very controlling about this person. She's not meant to hide, this Queen of Wands. She's meant to show her brilliance. She's meant to show her light. But then this Emperor is not, he wants to control who she sees, what she does, how she does it, how she dresses, is what I'm hearing here. And that wasn't gonna fly for someone like this. It is control, a lot of element of control in this situation. Take it as it resonates. Of course, this is a general reading, but in all the senses, this has really exhausted this feminine. And I think that's where the conflict here comes from, because I think I do feel here a little bit of insecurity with this person, because there's a heavy imbalance. There's a very heavy imbalance when it comes to what is being given, or there's an insecurity factor here. Right. Let me just see. Let's continue. How do they feel about you right now? Who the person you're thinking of right now is feeling about you? Let me just pull. Oop. Triumph, vow, loss, fright, vow, triumph, stubbornness, strategy, loss. They're strategizing because they do feel they are losing you in this situation, and they're very afraid that they don't have any more control over this situation. I think something flipped. Introvert. Okay, let's go with that. Let's do 3. How are they feeling about our viewer? Friendship again. There's the 3 of Cups and the Nine of Swords in reverse, and stress and family. Introvert. I think both of you are introverts, you see. And then both of you are very rich in your own world. But the thing is, perhaps there is a little bit of a difference. Privacy separate, online community and separate. There's a bit of a separation in how you express your introvertness. How can I say this? Perhaps one is introvert in the sense that they very much are a loner, and then one is an introvert in the sense that you can count your friends with one hand. But there is really a problem here with the circle of friends, as I've said, because they wanted to control who you see. Oh, okay. You are deserving, overwhelmed. Okay. And it's stressing them out because they know they cannot control who you see, who you become friends with. but it doesn't stop them from trying. With the optimism here, it does not stop them from trying, and that overwhelms them because they know that this is how they feel about you. So they know that you have so much light. You build your friendships are not just friendships. You build families around your friends. Let's see here. How do they feel about our viewer? Okay, manic. See, manic. So they're trying to control everything with their own hands. And I can tell you that this is not going well for them. Bond home background. Their dynamics must be influenced by their own family dynamics. They might have, as I've said, there was a potential for commitment here. They might have thought of building something with you, a family with you. That much is very certain. But the thing is, they do see you as someone who shines very, very brightly. And the sad part here is that they want to be a part of that light. But the thing is, they're not asking you literally, but they're making it in such a way that you have to dim your light a little bit in order for you to fit in with them, which is not conducive to a relationship. And they're trying to control this. They're trying to make sure that your value is somewhat equal to them, because it's overwhelming for them, because they know that you are deserving. They know that you shine so brightly, but instead of supporting you, they try to dim that down and control it so you will be at the same level, which is very sad. This is very sad. And let me see. Introvert privacy. This is what I was getting with the tarot cards as well, with the overall situation as well. They want to keep you out of sight. They wanted to keep you out of sight. Let's see what their actions are towards you. What are the other person's actions towards our viewer, please? I'm just standing up and checking because I don't have much battery on my phone. Right now, they're listening to a lot of music, and music is something that reminds them a lot of you. Now, this is an ex-lover. We can get that from the overall situation. Old spark. We got that because you had to move away from this. One of you had to move away from this. But there is that sense that someone is still offering. They're still offering you something within this situation. They're still trying to give you something to, if you thought that they are over, they are not. I've been getting a lot of messages with the worst enemies are people who used to be your friends, and even so, someone who was your ex-lover, because they know so much about you. They know things that can hurt you. They know how to get you and to bait you and hook you. That is the step. You just have to be careful and watch it, because they might come in unexpectedly. They may come in when you don't, all of a sudden, just when you don't expect it. Because for you, this might be an ex-lover, but for them, this is not. There's still that spark within them. And they see you walking away and choosing your peace, walking towards the sun, walking towards where you shine bright, but they're watching you. They're watching you. They might be watching social media too. Your social media for sure, with the introvert card a while ago. Okay, just one more card. Text message, unsent messages. There might be some text messages that were not sent, or there might be some text messages that you are not actually receiving. Something like that, or just you might have blocked this person, or there's some break in the communication, or there's some difficulty within the line of communication. And then you have single parent and responsibilities. This steps, what they're doing right now, however they are acting right now towards you, this comes from their own unhealthy attachment styles. And that might be born out of having a single parent, or being from a single parent family, or with them having to take on certain roles within their family. Now, if this is a male that you are dealing with, usually when I see this card, this also usually speaks of the enmeshment that usually happens with single mothers and their sons. Just be careful of that, because I think that's that is what is causing this unhealthy situation, this very unbalanced situation. And they keep pouring from a cup. They keep pouring into a cup that has already been shattered with this, and it's leaking all over. Whereas before you had something to celebrate, now it's leaking all over. I think that's it. I think nothing much there to say. And then what will be the outcome for them in this situation? What is the outcome for them in this love situation? Outcome for whoever the person that our viewer is thinking of in this connection, please. Past life relationship. You have known each other before. Yeah, that's a lot of help. Because it's something in the past life, or this is something that has, I'm betting this is a karmic thing and you had to learn some karmic lessons. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Definitely with the Knight of Pentacles in the overall situation, the finances might have been a source of insecurity for this person. And lastly, engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. They might be offering you the engagement, certain level of commitment, but I'm not sure this is something that you want on your side. Because for you, this is on the past. We'll find out more on your side. But they do see that you are asking for a higher level of commitment is what this is, to be honest. You yourself is asking for a higher level of commitment. So either they step up or they step down. And then release release your ex. Release your ex. So release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. I think they are feeling that you are pulling away from this relationship, and that is really what's causing them to be gearing up more to make an offer towards you. Okay, so let's see on your side, how do you feel about this person? How do you feel about the person that you are thinking of? How are you currently feeling towards this person? Oop. Profession, calm, care. Okay, parenthood, patron support. Okay, this one came first. Profession, expertise, omniscience, talent. Right now, you are focusing on your work. That much is clear. You're focusing on the things that you are good at. You're focusing on the things that will bring you happiness. You're focusing on the things that fills you up. And this is a form of self-care for you, to be honest. Care, parenthood, patron support. I think you are also doing a lot of healing within yourself as a result of this connection. They may have awakened you to take care more of yourself, and really you are at a place where you're very much calm right now. You're probably leaning into a lot of meditation, and that's why they're feeling your energy pull away. And that is really a beautiful thing, because that means you are standing your ground. Okay, promise, responsible, confirmation, assurance. Because I think you know what you deserve in terms of commitment, and that's why they are trying to step up in terms of commitment towards you, because you demand more within this connection. Optimism at the top of the deck. But the thing is, you want someone who is responsible. How do you feel about them? And I don't think they have been very responsible towards you, to be honest. Or if anything, they made promises that they cannot keep, or they cannot follow through. I think you think of them as people who make big promises but never really fulfill them, and so you're just like, laisse tomber, as we say in French. Just let it go. Just let it fall. Let the cards fall where they may. So how do you feel about this person right now? Thank you. Intrusive thoughts, unknowing, stress. Okay. There is a lot of things here. I think you are trying to control, well, not control in the sense that they are trying to control the situation. I think you're trying to control yourself, because this other person is just gonna come in and go out of your life like that. Just go back in, go back out, and it's just really a lot of annoying. You're trying to surrender a lot of this situation to the universe because this has definitely cost you a lot of stress and a lot of intrusion into your life. And that is why you're just surrendering this and really focusing on caring for yourself by focusing on the things that you're good at. Because the unknown for you now, well, at least for me, because this message is traveling through me, the unknown now is not as scary as before because the unknowing represents possibility. Okay, bottled up. I can sense you have so much difficulty as well because I think you're going through this some type of form on your own as well. And to be honest, you're feeling like this person is not helping me in any shape or form to take care of myself, is what I'm feeling. And so you're just trying to have calm, and then this person would just come in unexpectedly, just like a thunderbolt out of nowhere. So, what are your steps towards them? What is our viewer steps towards the person that they are currently thinking of? Signs, meanings, fated meeting, important connection. Okay. All right. Third party interference. Okay. Let me just clarify this third party because I don't think this is just a third party. Now, as I've said, this might be a general reading. Take it where it resonates. There might be third parties here because there was also the Three of Cups here, but it doesn't really mean that usually. But in terms of your steps, let me see. Okay. Good time in reverse. Sex. Good time in reverse. Okay. You're looking for signs in this connection, to be honest. You're still looking for signs that is it still worth it? Is it still not? Or do I have to let it go? But you do feel there is a lot of things that is blocking the two of you. Okay, unfinished business and karmic relationship. Because whoever I'm attracting, the collective that is being attracted to me in my readings or through these readings is the type of people who have so much empathy, and they're probably really kind people. You are probably a very kind person, and even though there are signs that as already I already said this in another reading, even though there are signs that point to something, say for example it's a red flag, it's already a red flag, you still have the tendency to believe in people because this was a fated meeting. This was a connection that was very important for you. And so you're trying to give it as much chances as you could. But the thing is, I I'm hearing the phrase the die has been cast. There has already been an interference within this connection. I don't know if it can be a third party. It can be cheating, especially with sex, a good time, third party, unfinished situation. Again, this is a general reading. But no matter what this is, whatever, the die has been cast in this situation. The die has been cast, and you realize that this is, as I've said, a karmic connection. I did bet that it was going to be a karmic connection on the other side when we were seeing their feelings. Because you know and you see that this is toxic for you. You do know that there's unfinished business because they have the tendency to come back around. But then sex came out in reverse, like the good time is coming in reverse. You're not having a good time with this, okay? She is blindfolded, but but now, because if this is upright, it's the guy who's above her, right? Now it's upright, and now it's the female that's above her. It's the feminine energy that is winning over this. And what I'm saying here is the feminine energy wherein you are focusing on self-care, loving yourself, being love yourself is very much what is winning over the situation right now. I'm even betting, as I've said, you're just going through self-love, trying to figure out what's important for you. Because the cup has already been poisoned, as I've said. And this other person keeps trying to pour into a cup that is already broken. It's leaking everywhere. And I think for this other person, there is still a lot of, now they're also in anxiety. There is a lot of unfinished business to them. I think they think that. But for you, I think, to be honest, it's already resolved. I know it showed up for you, this unresolved situation, but I know that they still keep thinking that this is not finished yet. But for you, it is already finished, okay? And travel. Because now you are more open to experiencing new things. And then lastly, what is the outcome for you in this connection? What is the outcome for our viewer in this connection? Outcome for our viewer in this connection, please. Oop. Worth waiting for. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Wow. So your steps. You already know the signs. You know, you don't need a huge marquee. I keep seeing Times Square. You don't need any more signs. You don't need any more signs to know that this is not the right situation for you, and for you to be sure of why you walked away. You don't need any more signs. You already saw the signs, okay? And whatever it is that is working in your love life, divine timing is at play. Someone out there is waiting for you, you're waiting for them, and you will find that person. Wedding, this situation involves marriage. What did I say? The right person, the right partner for you is going to come. Someone who is, oh, very soon. Someone who is not afraid to give you what you deserve in terms of material things. The one who's not afraid to trust you, who is not afraid to open up to you. Again, you release your ex. Because you are releasing your ex. This is the overall outcome for you. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. The thing that you want is going to come very soon. Okay? If you're trying to list all the things that you want in a partner, it's gonna come, because that is worth waiting for. Okay? So I think that is bar none. And then what is the overall advice and outcome for this connection, please? Thank you. Just overall final advice for this connection before I start to close out this reading. All right. Overall advice. Okay. 2. Benefit of the doubt. Give your relationship a chance. Soulmate. You have found your romantic counterpart. I think this is not saying that you should give your relationship a chance. I think what is, if that has really been toxic, I think you already gave, as I've said, you had to wait for a lot of signs, and you need to stop looking for signs. You already gave the benefit of the doubt, and the verdict is out, I'm guessing. And your true soulmate, you've already found it, and I believe it's yourself. Dreams come true. Have faith, your rainbow will come smiling through. Okay? Okay. Because you realize that being love yourself is the key. And then burning desire, flames of passion ignite. Honest communication. Expect a heart-to-heart conversation. This might be a conversation with yourself as well. Advice. You are worthy. Your worth doesn't depend on the other person. You've already given this person enough benefit of the doubt. So it's up to them whether or not they can be honest with you. It's up to them. For sure, there's been a lot of passion, a lot of desire in this connection. They might have even been your soulmate at one point, a karmic soulmate, maybe. But no matter what it is, use your best judgment. in this, communicate your needs very clearly, because that is the key for you in this connection and whatever connection that is going to come for you, because you are worthy. Whatever their actions are, however they made you feel, this is not a reflection of you, it's a reflection of them. Okay? And love language is gift giving. Tokens of reciprocity hold cherished memories. And love language affirmations. So I'm also seeing here since you've been asking for a lot of signs, one of the signs that I think you will see in a person is whether or not they are able to give you not just material gifts, but also the assurance and the security within this connection. Okay, let me just pull one angel card before I close out this reading. All right, 0909. New beginnings, great chances, great chance, opportunity, courage, accomplishment, endings, conclusions, bring love. Look out for an opportunity that might be a game changer. You are completing something major. It feels good to level up, huh? Close the old chapter. A new adventure will unravel. Someone new will come in. I can guarantee you. The big break. Okay, wait. It's too much cards. I only need one. Yeah, a new love is going to come for you. The perfect soulmate, someone that you've been waiting for, someone who is going to be worthy of you, and someone who doesn't make you feel like you need to be worthy of them, or someone you have to change yourself for so much that it doesn't become you anymore. Okay? So something new is going to come in, and I'm excited for you. This has been it for your reading. If this resonated with you, please do comment down below, share, like, and subscribe. Please do follow me on TikTok. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.